Hey everyone, it's Emily. Welcome to Mama from Scratch. Today I'm going to be sharing with you simple, easy, and cheap ways that you can decorate your home for Christmas time without going overboard. I know sometimes during the holiday season we can go over and above and beyond and decorate to the tilt if we wanted to, which I always think is fun. Like in the living room, I went overboard a little bit, but there are other spaces in our house that we don't want to spend a lot of money on, or we don't ever really consider decorating. They're kind of those odd spots in the house. We're going to cover that today, and I hope you guys get lots of ideas on ways that you can decorate your home on a budget for this holiday season. So we are going to be repurposing older decor. We're going to be also adding in a couple newer pieces that are usually under $5. So all budget friendly, but they're simple and easy, and they just add that little pop of festivity to your home without it being overboard. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give it a big thumbs up if you do. Share it with your friends so they can get some Christmas decorating ideas on a budget. And with that, let's go ahead and get started with these simple and easy decorating ideas for Christmas time. So the first spot that we're going to start decorating for Christmas is the bathroom, which I know sounds a little bit odd, but that's the whole point of the video, is to share with you simple and easy decorating solutions for those odd spots in your home that you don't normally think about decorating. And for the bathroom, a lot of people don't think about decorating that, and if you do, awesome. But I'm here to show you that you don't have to add a ton to the space to make it feel really festive. So the first thing I'm going to add is actually this garland. This is a cedar garland that I got from Target Hearth and Hand collection years ago. I think it's been like 3 or 4, and this is, normally I use this on my mantle, and I didn't do that this year. I used a completely different one to give a different look for the mantle and a little fuller look. And so I'm just going to repurpose my decor, which is a great way to decorate for Christmas, because when you do decorate, sometimes you don't end up using all of your decor in the particular ways that you used it the previous year, which is always fun. And I decorated the different parts of the house already, so if you haven't seen those videos, be sure to check those out. I'll leave the link in the description box below for you to get some more Christmas decorating ideas. I think it turned out really well, and I hope you enjoy those. But this is a great way to just reuse something that I wasn't using and doesn't cost me anything. So I'm actually going to add that up here on the mirror with command strips. And let's see, what did I do with it? I did something with it. Oh darn. Oh. So I'm not really sure exactly how well the command strips are going to work here in the bathroom, but you guys always suggest use command strips. You always get on me about nailing into my walls, so I'm going to be using the command strips in here, small ones. I'm just using these little clear hooks right here, and this is wide enough for my garland. If you need something larger, they do sell ones with a whole metal hook. They also sell white ones. They sell every color, I think, in these, but I decided to do the clear, that way you wouldn't really see it above my mirrors. If it ends up falling down from the moisture that's in the air, then I'll just add a nail, 2 nails, one on each side of the mirror. That's not a big deal to me, but I understand if you're renting and stuff, that's a huge deal. So use command strips when you can. Most garlands that you find at the store will have like a little loop on them. That way you can loop that on a command strip or a nail or something like that. So this one actually has the hook here, but I don't like this tip on the end. So I'm actually going to curve this down in a way so that it covers the loop, if that makes sense, and kind of, you know, twist it a certain way. And then I'm going to hook this loop onto my first command strip up here. And now we can have this go 2 ways. We could go straight across with it, so it's nice and tailored, or we could have it droop. I think the droop would be really pretty, so I'm going to do that instead. And I'm just looping that into the little spot there. And once you get it where you want it, fluff the garland. Every garland needs to be fluffed. It is key to making it look way better. Love the way the cedar garland is looking in the bathroom. It makes it so festive, and we only added 1 item so far. So you can totally leave it just like that, or you can take it up another notch and add a centerpiece. So currently I have this fern here. Nothing wrong with the fern, but I kind of add a pop of color to the space. And you're probably thinking, color? Emily? What? I know. But I have this beautiful vase here. I love this. Now, I ideally like it to be black, but I don't have another black one or charcoal. So I don't feel like painting this because I use this in the house and other spaces other times of the year. So I'm just going to leave it. But I do have this black tray here. So to add a little contrast to the space, I'm going to add that down first and then add my vase on top of that. So it adds a little bit, doesn't just completely blend in. And then I have some stems that I'm not using. So I have a cedar one, and this is pretty. I use most of these in the kitchen and the living room already. I really like these. They're only $2.50 from Hobby Lobby, and they're just a great deal. So I'm gonna add that. Ideally, 2 or 3 would be best, but again, we're using what we got. And then I have these pretty babies. I know you're thinking, Emily, is that red? Yes, it is. I am adding some red to the bathroom. Finally, some red for Christmas. I know. So I have 2 different ones here. Let me untangle them. Now these ones have a little bit of snow on them, so they are a little bit messy, but they don't really shed too much once you put them in. So the first style are these berries, and it was a full pick, and then I just ended up cutting off a few in previous years. I actually used these, I think, in the living room about 3 years ago, and then I used them in the entryway as well. So they're really, really pretty. I don't normally cut my stems, but I did for this one. I like how dark the stem is on these. And then the other style I have is this one, and this is like a holly berry. I think that's what it's called, holly. I think it's really pretty. It's a little bit lighter, and it has that frostedness to it. And these all came from Hobby Lobby. So I'm sure they still have them, but I bought these years ago. And that's the nice thing about Hobby Lobby is that a lot of their traditional Christmas items, they keep restocking year after year. So I only have 2 of those, so I'm gonna add those in and kind of have them fan out a little bit. Again, you could do just one particular one in each vase. And now I'm gonna take the big pick here and add that in to the vase. I think this looks really pretty, and you can leave it just like this, add your essentials around it if you wanted to, but since it is Christmas and I do have it, I'm gonna add one more extra touch. A reindeer, yeah. I found this actually at, where was it? Target, and it was $5. And so I thought it would be great to add here, and it's shatterproof, it's plastic, so if the kids get a hold of it, the antlers aren't gonna fall off, so that's a plus. So I'm just gonna add that right there, and now we have a finished look for the bathroom by only adding basically 3 things: the garland, the berries, and a reindeer. Here we're going to do one thing. We're going to take and remove the picture. You can put a holiday print in there, but I have not printed out anything else, so that is what it is. But that's a great option, and I'm actually going to put up a wreath. And we made it a little bit more holiday. Yes, we can get rid of our baseball caps, maybe put away some of our jackets. That'd be me. A little lazy sometimes. Maybe we'll leave the scarf out here, and that keeps it a little bit more festive. You could get some bells. These are from Target, and I think they're really pretty. You could paint them if you didn't like the color of them, but I like how they're like a darker silver or chrome color. They were only 12 bucks. So I'm just gonna actually loop these onto the hooks here and untangle myself meanwhile. And then take the scarf off, let those droop like that. And you could add a couple extra trees if you wanted to, make it a little bit more festive. kid's room, and it's not that it's an odd space to decorate, but maybe you don't want to spend a lot of money decorating the room because most kids don't care too much. Well, something fun that you can do for them is to get holiday sheets, because then it keeps it fun and festive for the season, but you can continue to reuse them throughout the entire year. It's kind of like Christmas pajamas. They use them during Christmas, and then after that they continue to wear them, and they serve a purpose all year long until they grow out of them, which is something fun. And I love getting sheets because, again, we can reuse them throughout the year, and it's a way to dress up their room without going overboard as well. I know that sheets are not $5. They're usually around $20. This set was, and I love it. They're flannel and they're just absolutely adorable. And I got them from Walmart, so they'll be linked down below for you if you like them. But you can also add a $5 pillow if you wanted to. I found these at the Target dollar section, and again, Walmart has really cute options. So I'm here in the guest room, which isn't exactly an odd spot to decorate, but if you don't want to go overboard for your bedroom or a guest room or anything like that, simple idea to do is just to add pillows covers to the space. So I got these beautiful like maroonish red pillow covers off of Amazon. They'll be linked down below for you. They are like that velvet, and they're really, really pretty. So I'm just gonna add them to my pillows, and it's going to completely change the way the room looks just by switching up the pillows. One rule of thumb is when you're ordering pillow covers, if your pillow insert is 20 by 20, order an 18 by 18 pillow cover so that it's nice and tight and gives a lot of form to the pillow. If you want it to be looser, then you can order the same size. So just keep that in mind. But it gives it a nice full look when it's a little bit smaller. These pillows are 20 by 20s. You could do the big 26 by 26, but I didn't have, I didn't order the pillow covers for that. So this particular pillow I could leave in here. It's not terrible, but to keep it fun and festive for Christmas time, I have this one, and I've had it, so it didn't cost me any money, and those cost me, I think, $13. So now the room looks a little bit more festive and really inviting, and I like the charcoal color with that maroon. Very, very pretty. You could add a garland on top of the headboard if you wanted to. You can also just add a simple blanket to the space. So you'll use it to cozy up on the bed with or use it for warmth at night, but it's not, again, overpowering. This one is from Walmart, and it has this beautiful snowflake design, and it ties in that maroon color in the pillows, which I like a lot. So I drape this on the end of the bed, and you can do it however you want to, but just so it adds a little bit of texture and, again, color to the space for Christmas time. If you wanted to, you could switch out the wall art. Not necessary if you don't want to, but a simple solution would be adding a wreath to the space. Here we are in another bathroom. We only have 2 bathrooms in our house, and so this one is used by the kids and guests, and so this one definitely needs to be really festive but really simple at the same time. And so I found a couple other things that I wasn't using this year that I haven't used actually in like 3 years that I'm going to use for this space. So we're going to address the mirror, and we're again going to use command strips in here. I'm going to actually add 3 because this mirror is wider, and so 1 piece of garland would be okay if I just wanted to drape it on the top, but we're going to do something a little bit different with this one. So I'm going to put 1 on each end and then 1 in the middle. Currently, the plant I have in here. Nothing wrong with a fake orchid or anything, but not quite Christmassy for me. You can totally use the plants that you have, just like the fern that I had earlier, but since I have a couple extra items, I'm just gonna use those, and it's a simple switch. Something I did want to mention is if you actually have wall sconces and not an upper light, you can still do the same type of concept. You wouldn't particularly use garland, but you would get maybe mini wreaths that Target has. They're usually at $3, and you could pop that around your wall sconce and then hang some pretty ribbon from it. That would be gorgeous. I originally wanted to put wall sconces in, and that just didn't end up happening, but that's a really easy solution. I added some just ribbon to my friend's house in my last video that you guys saw on Sunday, so if you haven't seen that, it's linked down below. But it just completely changed the look of the wall just by adding some ribbon for some contrast. So definitely try that, and if you get ribbon, make sure it's wired if you're using larger one. If it's smaller, you can just get it without wire. But wire is always nice because you can shape it the way you need to. Don't have garland, you can use floral picks and just interweave them together with a little bit of floral wire. That's an option. This garland is a little bit thinner than the other stuff, and it has that frosted or iced look to it. And this is from Michael's years ago, so I don't know if they still carry it, but this one has this type of hook on it, which isn't very handy for what I want, so I've already bent it backwards in previous years. So this won't shed too much, but once you're done hanging it, you will probably have to vacuum up after it. So for this one, because I have 2 of these, I'm actually going to start them in the middle, but if you only had one, it would end up looking kind of like this on the mirror, and that depends on the size mirror you have as well. So for this, I am going to find my middle one, lock that in, and then drape it down on the other side as well. For this one, I don't want so much of a droop. I think I want it to be a little bit tighter, so it's acting as a border for the mirror itself, versus the other one, it has a frame around it. I haven't done anything to this bathroom. That is a goal for 2022, is to work on this bathroom and give it a good makeover. And then I'm gonna take my second piece. This is looking really good and festive. Now I can just leave it like this if I wanted to, but a really simple and easy and cheap solution for Christmas change up and decor is to switch up your towels. Get rid of the boring one and add something festive. So both of these actually came from the Target dollar section. This one's from this year, and they're actually kitchen towels, which work just fine. This came in a double set, and the other one is in the kitchen, and so this one I'm using here. And then this one's from last year, and I love the green plaid. And this one I actually used in the bathroom last year. I think this one's kind of fun and playful, and I think they might like it because of the tassels on the bottom. You can dress up your garland by adding floral picks in it if you want to. You don't have to. I have plenty of floral picks, but I don't want to overdo this bathroom. I just want it to be like a little subtle holiday touch to it without it being overpowering. But I do have these really adorable bells. These came from, the At Home store. They were $2 during Christmas time. See what happens when I leave the tag on? I'm notorious for leaving the tags on my floral stems. But I bought 2 of these, and then one I left whole and the other one I split apart. And so I could add some bells to it, which maybe I changed my mind. Maybe I should add them. I mean, it's fun, right? It's Christmas time. It's the time to go a little over the top sometimes, even though it's not that over the top. Get a little extra popular on the top, you know? like to add tissue in the wintertime, but this isn't very festive. Now you could cover this with some scrap paper or something and make it fun and festive, but I did find this at the Target dollar section this year. It was $5. They have a couple different styles of this, but I got the reindeer for the kids, and I just like reindeer during Christmas time. So all you gotta do is take your traditional box. This isn't gonna fit in a square is not gonna fit in a circle. So maybe I'll take half of it out so it's not as big. Stuff this in, just half of it too. Stuff that in gently without ripping your tissue. And then you can have it just kind of pull out the top. And now you have a really cute tissue holder, and it serves a double duty because now you can see the little reindeer on it better. And I'm just gonna stick that in the corner. Hope you enjoyed those simple and easy Christmas decorating ideas on a budget. The question I have for you is, what is an odd spot in your home that you absolutely love to decorate for Christmas time? Let me know down in the comments below, and what do you use to decorate that spot? Let me know that as well if you can. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give it a big thumbs up if you did, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. I've got a fun Christmas decorating video coming out for you on Sunday that I don't want you guys to miss. And if you've missed my last few ones, in case you're new here, they'll be linked on the description box below and also here on the screen. So with that, have a beautiful, blessed day. Thank you for spending part of it with me, and I'll see you soon.